Premier is here to service your heating and air system with service calls now reduced to just $29. Offer good during regular business hours right now. Call 478-300-2633. Premier Heating and Air, where financing is available for repairs. Take advantage of Premier's end-of-the-year closeout with up to $2,000 off new heating and AC systems while supplies last. Premier Heating and Air, a locally owned and operated company. Log on to dublin.premierishere.com or call us at 478-300-2633.
TV 35 proudly presents the second annual Premier Heating and Air First Responders Appreciation Luncheon, brought to you by Premier Heating and Air. Also brought to you by Country Financial, Anthony Lucas, Piggly Wiggly, Dublin Winelson, Middle Georgia Estate Planning, Dublin Chevy Nissan, Lovett Insurance, Williamson's Bakery, Clements & Keene, A-Plus Flooring, Roach Farm and Garden, Midstate Tractor and Equipment, Shamrock Honda Kawasaki, and Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus.
Welcome everybody. We are here today at our second annual First Responder event, and they're already coming in. You can see them behind us enjoying some good barbecue. I want to thank Southern Heritage Barbecue for helping there, and Premier Heating and Air. They pretty well run around everywhere doing a lot of things. So, and me and Kevin and Ron, we just doing whatever they tell us to do. Don, that's usually what we do. And
that's the best way to be.
I have with me Don Hicks. You already know that, the senior pastor here at First Church of Nazarene on Telfair. This church has grown a lot, hasn't it?
A lot, yeah. I've been here 25 years, and I've watched it. Been here through a couple of generations, so yeah, we've grown quite a bit.
Yeah, it's amazing. I see a lot of churches growing. We do have churches not moving as much, but we've got a lot of progressive churches.
We do
in this community.
Yeah, we're blessed beyond measure.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You like I am. I'm really not I don't really care what denomination. If you preaching the Word of God, if we can agree on that part.
Absolutely.
Top tier things.
Hey, that's the necessity.
Yeah, has to be. So before we get about what we're doing here today, the Upward League, one of my grandsons played this year, and he absolutely loved it. How many years you been doing that, and it's real successful, isn't it?
It is real successful. We're in our 15th year. We're about to wrap it up. A couple more Saturdays, and we'll be done for the 15th year. And it has been a great ministry to the community, one that we've enjoyed. Yeah. And we've gotten to know the community a little better. The community's gotten to know us. So it's been a ministry to those who are not necessarily in the church, but we're able to provide a need for our community, and that's the big deal.
I looked at the pictures over on the wall of the different years. It's really cool. Recognizing some, and a lot of them I don't recognize, but 15 years, you could have people that had a family and their kids could be coming out here.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the greatest things about the Upward ministry is that kids that played Upward, say 10 years ago, are actually refereeing now, and they're helping in the overall administration of the league. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's great to see that.
It is. It really is, and give back to the community that supported them.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's all about. So you've let us have this event. This is 2 years in a row. Why is things like this important to your church?
Oh boy, years ago I was a firefighter. I worked as a firefighter in Warner Robins. So, and my dad was a police officer. So I have a natural affection for guys and gals that serve us as first responders, and the things that they have to, the things that they're faced with on a daily basis, and not only the things that they are faced with, but their families and what that entails, the sacrifices they make for their families. So yeah, I love them. I think and to be able to serve them like this is just one of the joys of my life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you got a strong connection there between your family serving, so that's really good. And some first responders that we don't often think of that we called on this year, because Hurricane Helene is our EMCs in Georgia Power.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're talking about first responders, and they did we were without power about 7 days, but they were working just as hard as they could work.
Yeah.
They came here from, we housed some at our church. They were from Illinois, and they told me we fed them every night. They spent the night there, so they didn't have to do the per diem and all. But they said, we've never been treated like this, you know. And that's going back to the church thing, you know, Southerners, you know, that's what we do. We're at our best when we're doing things we're doing today.
Yeah, exactly right. My son works for an EMC.
Yeah.
And so I kind of had an inside view of it. And it was interesting how when they got their people taken care of, within the next hour they were working for another EMC, and that just happened over and over and over again so that they could get everybody back on.
Yeah,
so it's a cooperative, effort.
And when things happen other places, like they came from Illinois and a lot of states now, but we go to those places.
Absolutely, yeah.
And but one of the guys told me, he said, you know, up north, of course, Illinois, he said, we've actually had guns pulled on us and told us we're going to turn their electricity on. He said, here, he said, we've got people coming out, stopping us in the road, giving us tea and lemonade, and do we need something to eat? And they'll say, when do you think you'll get us back on? Well, it's going to be a few days. That's fine. If you need anything, let me know. That goes to that Southern hospitality.
Absolutely, yeah. And they appreciate it.
Yeah.
They appreciate it.
Yeah,
it goes a long way.
Yeah. Appreciate you talking to me today, Doc.
Hey, always good to be with you. Bless you.
You too, brother.
Thanks for all you do.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Welcome back, everybody. I have with us our new district attorney. I don't think I've interviewed you. Yeah, I did right after we swore you in.
Exactly.
But there were people everywhere. How did it feel that day on a personal level?
It was wonderful. It was a lifelong dream came true. I had so many supporters there from everywhere. So it was a very, very, very special feeling.
Good. Word on the street, of course, you know, I see a lot of law enforcement, and I'm telling you, they got a spring in their step. I want to call you Judge still, but you had a meet and greet the other day. Tell us why they were so excited when they left there.
Well, there was a little communication problems when one of my assistant DAs didn't bring an officer in the loop on a plea, and it was a mistake on our part, and I went out and talked to him about it. Everything's good. I said, my chief assistant said, why don't we have a meet and greet? We bring about 50-hour files from each team, sit down and talk about it. These are cases that's old, need to be something done with them. So we cooked for them. We cooked ribs, chickens, a whole lot of stuff. Went out there. And that's my first time going to the training center. Oh, it was a beautiful experience. Got out there and disposed of a lot of cases that should have been disposed of a long time ago, just sitting down across the table talking. So it was a very good experience.
Yeah, communication is the key to whether it's a marriage or in law enforcement, your office. So your first few weeks, how's it going? How do you feel?
Better than expected. We have not had one hiccup, not one hiccup whatsoever. My team is there, law enforcement has embraced us, and we have just had a great experience. Moving cases along, done very, very well.
What about, I know that the day you were sworn in, one thing you hadn't got done was needing automobiles for your people.
Yes. We went to Johnson County over there. The sheriff came through the day we asked him. That same day, went up to Twiggs County and talked with the sheriff that he came through for us. The next day, I went and talked to the sheriff in Troup County. He came through for us. And I met with the county commissioners here after that, and they have came through for us. It was just been a beautiful experience, I tell you.
That is so good.
Yeah,
that's that team effort. And you know, like I do, we live in a wonderful community.
Absolutely.
People really want to help. Last thing, what do you say to the citizens of this county? A lot of people see crime and they're scared to tell somebody because, you know, that they don't want somebody to hurt them. What do you say to them?
Exactly. Well, there's a way to do that, and it's called an anonymous tipster. If you call and leave information with a law enforcement officer without giving your name, they can act upon that, investigate, and see if it happens. I expect to meet with law enforcement shortly and see if we can get an anonymous tipster line and have somebody manning that, because without the citizens getting involved, giving us information, we're behind the 8 ball. We have some very, very good technology out now that's helping us solve crimes that are just very wonderful. But we need that human aspect to help us win this race, though.
Okay, thank you so much for talking to me, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, I'm Meg Greer Evans with Middle Georgia Estate Planning. If you need help with any type of estate planning, whether that's a will, a trust, financial power of attorney, or a healthcare directive, give us a call. We'd be glad to assist you or consult with you and your loved one about long-term care. Our phone number is 478-272-2885, or you can visit our website at middlegeorgiaestateplanning.com.
Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus joins the community in recognizing our first responders. From local police, deputy sheriffs, and state patrols to our hospital and emergency staff, firemen, EMS, and 911 workers. Thanks for what you do every day. Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus salutes our first responders.
Lovett Insurance, built on family values that stand the test of time. Business, home, auto. LovettInsurance.com. 478-272-6731. Stop by 510 Bellevue Avenue in Dublin. Lovett Insurance, built on family values.
This feeling is at our core. Can't explain what it is exactly, but it's out here. A calling to seek new horizons, to progress, to explore, to take our tools and experience and redefine our limits. This need could be ingrained in us from our past, or it could be from knowing above all, time is our most valuable resource, and each step we take is the legacy we create. As the wise that came before us said, no great thing is created suddenly. But sometimes a patient process reveals a bold revelation. You asked, we engineered. Introducing the new generation of CF Moto off-road vehicles. Ride without compromise.
Hi, I'm Greg Carter with Shamrock Honda Kawasaki CF Moto. Come check out our full lineup of ATVs, side-by-sides, and motorcycles. We serve Dublin, Lawrence, and Central Georgia areas, and we'd love to serve you.
Welcome back, everybody. I have with me today our county chief for the fire department, Josh McCard. And Josh, we had Hurricane Helene back in September, into September. It really tried y'all's resources, didn't it?
Yes, sir. It was a lot more than we expected as far as a storm, and thank goodness for the volunteers and career staff that the county has. We were able to pull through it, but obviously nobody really was prepared for what the magnitude of the storm was.
Yeah, it was terrible. But, you know, I saw the best of this community. Neighbors helping cut trees down, and I just saw people that I'd never seen out doing something.
Yes, sir. And it was amazing to see the community and this county come together. Like you said, citizens, private citizens, obviously volunteers, firefighters, all working together for one common goal, to get roads back open, so if people have medical emergencies or anything like that, we could be able to access them.
Yeah, it tried us, no doubt. Somebody watching now might think they want to go into be a fireman. What traits, what characteristics do you look for?
There's so many. Dependable, honest, a good character.
Right.
somebody that wants to help others. You know, in the day and age where not many people want to help each other, that's what we're here for. You know, we respond to people that we don't know and treat them just as we would our own family or co-workers or anything else, because that's what we're in it for.
What's the best part of the job for you personally?
Helping others in need. Being there to when their life is chaotic at the moment, and some situations, you know, there's not really much help that we can do, but doing a little bit may make a difference in somebody's life.
I agree. Well, we've worked close. I've seen your praises all over the county with our homeless minister. You have went out with me. We've been so deep in the woods together.
We
you
have.
Probably wonder, where is he taking me? You know?
On rainy days.
Yeah, that's right. And but probably a couple 100 yards back in the woods, we found who we were looking for.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about that? You know, we got a lot of homeless people, and so why is it important for you to help people like us when we need to round them up and get them out of the weather? Most people wouldn't care.
Like I said, being there for somebody while they're in need. Obviously, we all make different decisions. All have hardships and things that other people don't see. But when we're called upon, you know, dispatched to a call, we're there for somebody during their time of need. And you know, you calling to go around and check on the homeless, especially when it was the harsh cold weather that we had, and it doesn't matter what the need or whatever is. If duty calls, we're there to help.
I got to give it to you. I tell everybody, Bill Laird with EMA, Sheriff Dean, Chief Moon, and Major Rowland, everybody just never balks at it. They just, you know, jump in and help.
Yes.
So it just amazes me because a lot of communities don't have that.
No, sir.
So we're very fortunate.
Very fortunate.
The community we live in. Oh, thank you, brother, for
Thank
talking
you.
to me. Welcome back, everybody. How with me now, Kanitra's Wright with the VA Police. And tell me something. I go to the VA a lot, and I just stand in awe of all the heroes throughout that VA hospital. It's got to be fun what you do, but tell me the best part about your job.
Best part is helping the veterans whenever they're coming, whether that's giving them directions, showing them where their appointment is, or helping them to discover something new, because a lot of our buildings, not buildings, but primary care, it's moved, and certain things move to different areas of the building, and so I have to help them rediscover it, and I'm always telling them it's a big maze in here, and so it's always fun just helping them around and just hearing their stories as we, you know, walk throughout the VA.
Y'all serve about 49 counties throughout Middle and South Georgia, so you have a good sampling of people coming in.
Yes, sir.
What's one of the toughest things you've had to do as a police officer?
Toughest thing? Probably not be able to get somebody the help that they've needed. Our facility, we don't have some things that all veterans need, and so we have to outsource it or send them outside. And so sometimes when veterans come, we do have to send them out to go somewhere else. And so me not being able to help them when they come in is kind of a hard thing, because a lot of them, that's what they're coming there for. And some of them drive from long distances. And so them having to come to Dublin and having to drive all the way back where they are without getting the help, it just makes me feel like I, you know, didn't do something right that day.
What made you want to be a police officer with the VA?
Well, I'm a veteran myself. I did 8 years active duty in the Air Force. And so I just wanted to give back, still be able to serve in a way that was beneficial to my community.
And last thing, somebody watching us that kind of would like to get in law enforcement, what traits do you look for someone in law enforcement?
Someone that's reliable, someone that you can depend on, that you can trust. because not everybody has that. And you also, especially working at the VA, you have to be caring and understanding. You also have to be very patient because everyone that comes there are a lot older. You have to take your time with them. You can't be rushed. So the VA is a slower pace for law enforcement, but I enjoy it because it's more about me being able to help everyone that's coming inside of the VA.
Well, thank you for talking.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's more than just your lawn. It's your grass kingdom, your green canvas, your fairway to heaven. It deserves the Kubota Z400. With class-leading speed, agility, a powerful transmission, simple deck height adjustments, and legendary Kubota quality. When you need comfort, convenience, and performance, then you need the professional-grade Kubota Z400. Visit your local Kubota dealer today.
Hi, I'm Perry Williamson, and we've been baking here at Williamson's Bakery since 1927. In 1965, my grandfather, Merle Williamson, hung our name on this bakery. Ever since then, people have been stopping in for the Williamson's tradition. We invite you to do the same here at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, or catch us on Facebook, or just come get you some.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Hi, I'm Tom Dominy. Here at W. Nelson, we pride ourselves on providing the industry's highest quality products at the most competitive pricing. We are a full-service wholesaler specializing in plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products. With a staff that collectively offers more than 50 years of expertise, our team knows your industry, and we can answer your questions and help you get the parts and equipment you need. From Moen to Renee, we carry the plumbing, irrigation, and industrial products you need from the brands you trust. We also carry a great lineup of Milwaukee tools. At W. Nelson, our goal is the long-term success of your business. We achieve that goal with a simple commitment, doing things right, one customer at a time. If you have a question, or if you're looking for a hard-to-find part, give us a call. Our experts are ready to help. Order online, give us a call, or come by at 507 Airport Road in Dublin. We're committed to building long-term relationships with our customers by earning your business every day.
Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the First Responder Appreciation Day. I have with me Sheriff Dean, and had to grab you quick. You got to go here, got to go there. You know, you always. How do you juggle everything on a daily basis?
Well, that's about 30% of the job of the sheriff is to be at the right place at the right time. Well, you know, it's just an honor to be the sheriff of Lawrence County and work in a county and a city that appreciates law enforcement and first responders. I mean, if you sit around and watch the national news, you know, you can tell that there's places in our country that you know, law enforcement not accepted or appreciated. But, you know, we live in the state of Georgia and Dublin, Georgia, and it's just wonderful that we have so many people support us.
I've been watching y'all. We got we got at least 100 or so people eating right now, but you know, watching firefighters, EMT, sheriff, Dublin police, get y'all all in one room, and there's a lot of camaraderie out there, isn't there?
Yes, sir, and we actually, in our DA's office, we just actually had dinner last Friday with the DA's office. They sponsored us a dinner for us, and we also had a working dinner. In other words, we probably disposed of several cases after we got through having a good meal. So it's just all around law enforcement in Lawrence County and first responders is appreciated greatly by this city.
I just interviewed the district attorney, and we talked about the meet and greet. I told him, I said, I've had many law enforcement officers tell me how good it was. Of course, he loved that, and it's the truth. But I said, why did you do that? And he told me that one of his ADAs made a plea deal without checking with the deputy, you know, the investigator, and they should have.
Right,
So
and
he said, we got to get together. He said it was just an honest mistake, but it's good when you recognize that. You get together and figure out, hey, now going forward, here's what we're going to do.
But this is what I liked about it, even though we made that mistake on that particular person. We got a DA that's give his qualified people the authority to make decisions where we can push some stuff on through this court system where we won't be putting such a burden on the taxpayer. And it's just amazing that he's a new DA like that's coming in and he's hired that quality of people that they're going to take the ball and run with it. And that's been a blessing for Lawrence County and Dublin, Georgia.
And you probably thinning your jail out a little bit.
Well, actually, believe it or not, when the governor put back in the bonding, we having to bond people out again on charges that people were just coming in and didn't have to have a bond on. So it's actually picked up our numbers. But once I think our DA's office is getting full swing, we'll get our numbers back down at the jail.
What's the best part of your job?
Just to getting out and meeting people and being a part of the community and just realizing how many people you meet and I just love it. I'm a people's person anyway, and from first responders to firemen to the city police, everything, it's just a great job.
Well, as game warden for 30-something years, 30-some-odd years, you was usually in the woods or back into having a quail hunt or somebody baiting deer or something like that. How did that prepare you for this?
Well, you learn to deal with individuals out there. When you're out in the woods out there, you got some pretty rowdy folks out there. You learn to you get some good people skills because you don't have any backup. That's right. So you want to be able to talk your way out of most everything. And I learned that. And fortunately, you out there putting hands on somebody when you're 3 miles from your truck or whatever and trying to arrest somebody, that's not a good feeling. Yeah. That was one of the first questions they asked me when I applied for the DNR job. They gave me a scenario about what I could do, and I said, well, in that particular scenario, I said, I'll just probably get their information. We'll get them later.
That's smart.
Right.
You just want to go home.
Right.
And all them people's got guns. You know that.
Right.
They all got
well, and that's what's getting to be a problem now. That's what we used to say about everybody's got a gun when you're game warden, but now do we get a handle on all these street gangs and all that? A lot of people's got guns in the city now and in the county.
Yeah, they are. A lot of guns on the street.
But it's just, being the sheriff is just I appreciate the community elected me, the overwhelming majority that I got this time, and I'm just so thankful to the people of Lawrence County, and I always want to keep reminding the citizens that I am grateful and honored to be the sheriff of Lawrence County, and I want to thank everybody out there, all the citizens, for voting for me for the sheriff of Lawrence County.
Yeah, we're thankful for you, Sheriff.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the job you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome back, everybody. I have with me now Jermaine Wright with the Dublin Fire Department.
Yes, sir.
What made you want to be a fireman?
So, it started back in, I believe it was my senior year when my dad's house caught on fire. And I always had the potential to help other people out because I couldn't do nothing at that point. And ever since then, I had the urge to become a firefighter. So ever since then, I loved it, and I still love it to this very day.
And days like this where people want you to come out, show their appreciation for what you do, how does that feel?
It feels like people are actually watching you, if that makes sense. Yeah. Like people are observing, people want to appreciate you, people want to thank you for doing stuff in the community that you don't really see that you're doing until you make that appearance in the public.
What's the hardest thing about being a fireman?
I don't think there's really anything hard about being a fireman besides going through the training, really, to become a firefighter. but other than that, it's probably the best and the easiest job I've ever accomplished.
Well, because you love what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's most of the battle right there.
That's very true.
Chief Cutler isn't here today. He said, you have to have these functions when I'm going to be out of town. So since he's not here, tell me about the chief. How is it working with him?
So Chief Cutler is probably, I've only actually had one chief, if I'm not mistaken, since I've been there. But Chief Cutler has been the guy to appreciate his team, show his team how much he cares. And Chief Cutler will try his best to do everything he can in his power to help us out. So we do everything in our power to help him out, be the best chief he can be.
He's a good one.
He is a good one.
He's a good one.
I love Chief.
What about, are you trained on all the trucks? I know you got different size fire trucks.
So I am trained on majority of the trucks. So all our trucks mirror just about each other. Right. There's 2 trucks that don't, but there's 2 trucks that don't mirror. I have been on those trucks and have learned those trucks. I know exactly what's on basically all the trucks. So it's nice to know what's there, what you can use, and how to best use the equipment.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Hi, I'm Michael Wheelis, and I'm here to introduce you to our Dublin Piggly Wiggly app, your ultimate shopping companion. No more clipping paper coupons or missing out on deals. Our app is packed with in-store and manufacturing coupons, giving you instant savings on your favorite brands. Earn reward points for every dollar you spend, stack up points and use them for dollars off your next purchase. It doesn't stop there. Access our weekly ad right from your phone to find even more ways to save. Shop smarter, save bigger, and download your Dublin Piggly Wiggly app today.
So I work with clients of all ages. I have people my age who are just getting married and having kids, and they want to get a policy on them or a whole life policy on their toddler to have as they age. But I also see clients that are older that are maybe looking for a final expense policy. I get to see clients at many different seasons of their lives. I just love Dublin. This has always been home for me. My dad and my granddad do what they love, and it's a blessing to join them in it.
Hi, I'm Kyle Gerard with A+ Flooring and Construction.
And I'm Chandler Gerard.
Here at A+ Flooring and Construction, we believe if you can dream it, that we can build it. We can do anything from new construction builds, to roofs, to floor covering, garage doors,
grading, and site work. Please give us a call at 478-676-2662. Thank you.
Spring is right around the corner. You got that huge honeydew list? Come to Roach Farm and Garden. Weeds and stickers in your grass? Beat them back with pre and post emerge. Come on in at Roach Farm and Garden and speak to one of our experts. The time is now to set out trees. Roach Farm and Garden has a huge selection of fruit and ornamentals. Storm damage or just need to hem up something? Roach Farm and Garden has all your fencing needs. T-posts, poles, wire, and the tools to make it happen. Did you say cross ties? Roach Farm and Garden has you covered. It ain't warmed up yet? Come on into Roach Farm and Garden and check out our insulated bibs, Carhartt jackets, and hoodies. Do you like French fries with mashed potatoes? We'll get to Roach Farm and Garden and pick up a sack of seed potatoes while they last. 3 varieties. You got a sweet tooth? Roach Farm and Garden has jams, jellies, syrup, and honey. Even got chocolate-covered pecans. Want to make your own pie? Pick up some fresh pecan halves while they last. Hunting season never ends. Pick up your feeders, deer feed, and remember now's the time to put out your salt blocks. And as always, Roach Farm and Garden has feed for just about everything, including some vet supplies. Remember, baby chicks and ducks arrive in March. Need a place to sit, whether it's in your hunting blind or on the front porch from a rocker to a glider. So let Roach Farm and Garden help you with that to-do list. Got 2 locations, Dublin and Wrightsville.
Alrighty, welcome back, and we're going to wrap things up. I saved the best for last. George Baumgardner with Premier Heating and Air. I see y'all's trucks everywhere, George.
Yes, sir.
Is there anywhere you don't go?
Not too many places around Middle Georgia anyway. Yes, sir.
Tell our viewers a little bit about Premier.
So Premier started, this is our 25th year. We started 25 years ago with just 4 people. And now with the Lord's help and good customers and great communities, we're about, 140 employees over 5 states.
Wow.
Yes, sir. We've been really, really blessed.
And this is our 2nd annual appreciation dinner that we did for first responders. Tell me why that's important to you.
Well, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. You know, if it wasn't for the first responders, we would be in a mess out here trying to drive up and down the highways. And in some of our other locations, thankfully, we're blessed where we are, but it's first responders, especially the police department, that comes out and helps us. You know, we can't work on units sometime without having a police presence. And so, yeah, it's that bad in other towns. So, you know, without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Never thought of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes,
you know, this year we included, after Hurricane Helene back in the end of September, which changed the landscape of our community from here and down to Vidalia and Alamo and all across. I know you saw it, or it's still there, visible.
Yes,
they just pulled the trees off the roads pretty well. But some of the first responders that I saw this year was the EMCs in Georgia Power.
That's
they
100%.
worked
Yes, sir.
like dogs.
They did. They did.
So what do you think about them? They should be included in first responders.
I'm telling you, it seems like every time you turn around, you find somebody else that's serving, and so
Yeah.
I don't know, just public servants everywhere you see now, and it is, especially them poor EMC guys. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. That's the community we live in, though. We
It
do
is.
live in a wonderful community.
Oh, a marvelous community. We really do. Yes, sir.
Just people want to help. People want to serve.
That's
right. Last thing, somebody watching right now, when they need Premier, tell us how to get a hold of you.
So in Dublin, you would call 478-275-7600 or premierishere.com, either one of those ways. And so.
And I saw some of your commercials, and you got a special rate right now, don't you?
Yeah, it's $29 for a service call.
Wow.
So yeah, that's normally $69, but it's just $29 to get us out and then, kind of go from there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. It's right here after Christmas, and everybody's spending, and it's right before tax time, and everybody's going to spend all their money that they got to spend. So, cut it back to $29.
Everybody's got $29,
Yes,
especially
sir.
when it comes to heat and air conditioning.
That's exactly right. And we live in an area, you either need heat today or air, one or the other. We don't have much of it.
Yeah,
we don't. It's either hot or cold.
You and I were talking off the air a while ago about that quick summer we had.
Yeah.
About a week there. And of course,
That's
we
right.
had snow before it.
I know.
That's what I like about the South.
That's right. If you don't like our weather, wait 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It'll be 80 or 80.
Yeah,
You just never know.
you never know.
George, thank you for
Thank
talking
you
to
so
me, brother.
much. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
Hi, my name is Liz Green. I'm the Director of Communications and Community Engagement here at Fairview Park Hospital, and we just want to say a huge thank you to TV35 and Premier Heating and Air for their gracious donation of 30 plates of food to our ER staff. We are in the height of respiratory season, which means that our ER is constantly packed, that's a good thing. We're glad that we can help people in the community, but it also means that our staff a lot of times have a hard time breaking away to go grab lunch and just take their breaks. So this is honestly just super helpful to help them get, number one, their nourishment, allow them to take their breaks without having to run to the cafeteria. And then also, it just always makes you feel a little bit more special when you're an ER nurse or physician, tech, whoever you are, that's constantly hustling. And just to know that people are thinking about you, especially during these times of high census, it's a little bit of a morale booster. So we just want to say thank you to everyone in the community who supports us and the work we do. And we are glad to be a partner in the community and are here for any of our community's needs.
TV35 proudly presents the second annual Premier Heating and Air First Responders Appreciation Luncheon, brought to you by Premier Heating and Air. Also brought to you by Country Financial, Anthony Lucas, Piggly Wiggly, Dublin Winelson, Middle Georgia Estate Planning, Dublin Chevy Nissan, Lovett Insurance, Williamson's Bakery, Clements & Keene, A-Plus Flooring, Roach Farm and Garden, Midstate Tractor and Equipment, Shamrock Honda Kawasaki, and Randolph's Jewelry Repair Plus.